Hello everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's MTPredictor video, I'd like to have a look at Facebook, particularly with the latest rows that have been going on at Facebook and the sharp declines in their share price. So I want to have a look at how MTPredictor viewed this, whether we could have seen this before it actually happened. But as usual, let's all start with our risk disclaimer and remind you that all examples in these videos should be considered as hypothetical. No trades are actually taken, they're just shown for illustration and training purposes only. Remind you there's a risk of loss in trading and investing. Put another way, all professional traders know and understand, but more importantly accept that losses can and will and do unfold. They're part of a professional trader's life. Always will be losing trades. Right, let's have a look at a daily chart of Facebook. Here we are. And let's see what MTPredictor was saying. Well, basically over the last couple of days we've been having some, or last couple of weeks we've been having some sell setups. If we look here on the February the 27th, that was our first sell setup. Placed the analysis on. That market got down to the 100% initial risk level, where you'd put your stop at break even if you're trading daily charts, and you'd probably been stopped out for a break even trade. But this is the more interesting one here. It came in on the 12th of March. It's basically a holy grail sell setup. If we place the analysis on here, right mouse click, do analysis, you can see that this actually was projecting a significant decline in Facebook shares that hasn't actually finished yet, and potential climb down to the 140 area, which is significantly below where we are at the moment. But the point being is this would have had you short before these allegations came out and the share price dropped sharply. You can see you're actually short from the signal on the 12th of March. Let's also have a look at the overall market and have a look at the Nasdaq. Just remove that analysis and see that also on the 12th of March we had a potential sell setup came here. But this one wasn't triggered because the market went to make new highs on the next day. So even though there's a history triangle there, if I right mouse click, do our analysis, this one would not have been a losing trade because the market went through the high first. So that wouldn't have been a sell signal, but we did then have another sell signal on the next day on the Nasdaq that came in on the 13th of March. But even without these sell setups, if we go back to the previous high, which was here, in fact actually I'll use our training mode and go back to weeks ago. We'll right mouse click on this high on the 29th of January and put the decision point out there. This was an area of resistance that would have been on the chart for basically the last month or so. So let's see what the market actually did. Well, as you can see, it went up into this level, and this is where this high came in. So you can see that basically at the time of the Facebook short trade, which was on the 12th of March, the Nasdaq would have actually been in the MTP DP resistance zone, and also would have been telling you that a high was potential as well. So the point I'm making is it's not only Facebook in around the 12th, 13th of March was actually giving you a sell setup, the main market, the Nasdaq, was as well. Let's have a look at the other indices. Exactly the same thing coming in on the 12th stroke 13th on the ES, where we had a TS3 Holy Grail sell setup. So again, there's no surprise at all that the main ES market has declined as well because we were signaling a potential sell setup. Let's come in and have a look at the YM. The YM has actually been bearish for quite a while, with its sell setup coming in back on the 27th of February. So this was actually has been in a short trade since then. So you can see the market, the main markets, were also telling you the same thing, where the Nasdaq in particular was coming into an area where potential high was possible. So that's the outlook on Facebook. So is it any surprise that the shares have declined? Well, no, not at all, particularly as we had our TS3 Holy Grail sell setup coming in on the 12th of March. The question being now is, will the market or will Facebook keep on going down? If it does, it will be a nice sharp decline in a wave 3 kind of decline. If it gets down there, it will be a profit of approximately 23 times the initial risk. At the moment, at the first target there, that was a potential open profit of 9 times the initial risk. So we'll have to see what Facebook does over the next weeks and months ahead, and see whether, if I zoom out a bit, you can see that is a significant decline on Facebook. So we'll see whether that the woes for Facebook carries on, and whether this short trade does indeed get down to the typical wave 3 WPT. But either way, the question being is, were MTPredictor users prepared for this fall in the Facebook shares? Yes, they were, particularly as we had our sell set up came in on the 12th of March. So for perhaps Martin Zuckerberg ought to buy a copy of MTPredictor if he was worried about his shares falling, because MTPredictor users were prepared in advance, ready for this fall in the Facebook share price. So a good look at Facebook and an overall look at the overall markets with MTPredictor now. And as you can see, we've got a very bearish face on the position of the market now. So we'll see whether the market does indeed carry on going down and make a meaningful correction, particularly off this DP resistance area here.